Most people think the rich spend money on luxury, cars, watches, houses, but what they actually invest in is something far more valuable: time. Because behind closed doors, elites follow a completely different set of rules. Rules that don't just make them healthier, they make them live longer. We've been told that aging is normal, that getting tired, gaining weight, feeling worse every year is just part of life. But if you look at some of the most powerful people in the world, something doesn't add up. How is it that men in their 50s and 60s look sharper, stronger, more energetic than most people in their 30s? This isn't luck. It's a different system. A system most people never see. The most underrated longevity factor is stress. Not the occasional stress, chronic stress. The kind most people live in every single day. And here's the truth. Chronic stress ages you faster than junk food. It raises cortisol, damages your heart, weakens your immune system. So what do elites do? They don't live in chaos. They control their time. They delegate. They create space. Jeff Bezos once said, he avoids early morning meetings just to protect his energy and decision-making, because high performers understand something simple. Stress isn't just mental. It's biological damage. Now here's where the real difference starts. Sleep. For most people, sleep is something you sacrifice. For elites, it's a weapon. 8 to 9 hours, every single night. Jeff Bezos prioritizes full sleep because he knows one bad decision can cost millions. But sleep is far more powerful than most people realize, because when you sleep, your body doesn't shut down. It repairs. Your brain resets, your nervous system recovers, hormones rebalance, muscle repairs, inflammation drops, even your memory. And emotional control depend on sleep quality. And when sleep gets destroyed, everything starts breaking down. Testosterone drops, cortisol rises, recovery slows, focus gets weaker, energy becomes unstable, you age faster. And this is why sleep may be the most powerful longevity tool that exists, because almost every system in your body depends on recovery. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it slowly damages your biology. Heart health suffers, blood sugar control worsens, stress increases, the immune system weakens, and over time, your body starts operating in survival mode. That's why high performers protect sleep aggressively. Dark rooms, cold temperatures, no blue light before bed, consistent sleep schedules, because they understand something simple. Without recovery, performance is temporary. And without sleep, longevity doesn't exist. Most people focus on calories. Elites focus on quality, because 2,000 calories is not the same as 2,000 calories. Processed food, sugar, cheap oils, artificial ingredients slowly destroy your body, while high-quality food builds it. And here's the difference. Wealthy individuals don't eat based on convenience. They eat based on performance, because modern food is filled with chemicals, preservatives, artificial flavors, and ultra-processed ingredients that the human body was never designed to handle daily. And the problem is, most people consume it constantly without even realizing it. Cheap oils, highly processed snacks, fast food, sugary drinks, day after day, year after year, creating inflammation, hormonal disruption, low energy, brain fog, poor recovery. That's why elites become extremely selective with what enters their body. Cleaner ingredients, higher quality protein, organic foods, filtered water, less processed products. Not because it's trendy, but because they understand something simple. Your body is built from what you consume every day. And when performance matters, food stops being entertainment. It becomes fuel. Training isn't just about looking good, it's about survival. Elites don't train for Instagram. They train for longevity, and one of the best examples is Tom Cruise. In his 60s, still performing intense stunts, running, climbing, training daily. Not because he has to, but because staying active is the reason he still can. And here's the deeper truth. Physical activity may be the closest thing we have to a real anti-aging tool. Movement changes everything. Your heart gets stronger. Blood flow improves. Your brain functions better. Inflammation drops. Insulin sensitivity improves. Hormones stabilize. Even your mood changes. Because the human body was built to move. Not to sit for 10 hours a day under artificial light staring at screens. And the scary part is, most modern lifestyles are slowly destroying the body. Less movement, more stress, more processed food, less sunlight, less recovery. And over time, the body starts breaking down. Low energy, weakness, brain fog, poor sleep, loss of muscle, hormonal decline. That's why elites train consistently, not necessarily to become bodybuilders, but to stay capable, to stay mobile, strong, sharp, independent. Because muscle is deeply connected to longevity. The stronger and more active you stay, the better your chances of staying healthy later in life. And no, you don't need perfection. You don't need to train like a professional athlete, but movement must become part of your life. Even basic training, combined with somewhat conscious nutrition, can completely change how your body functions over time. Strength keeps muscle. Cardio protects the heart. Movement keeps you alive longer. Here's something most people never do. They don't check what's happening inside their body. Elites do the opposite. Blood tests, hormones, inflammation, not once a year, but regularly. Because they don't wait for problems, they prevent them. And at the highest levels of society, this is becoming normal. In places like Silicon Valley, top founders and executives spend huge amounts of money on prevention and optimization. Private doctors, full body scans, continuous health tracking, sleep specialists, recovery protocols, because they understand something simple. Your body is your operating system. And when performance matters, health becomes a priority. Some people have taken this even further. Entrepreneur Brian Johnson became famous for spending millions trying to slow down biological aging, tracking sleep, inflammation, hormones, recovery, hundreds of biomarkers. Not because it sounds futuristic, but because modern longevity is becoming data-driven. Supplements aren't magic, but used correctly, they enhance everything else. And here's the difference. Elites don't follow trends. They follow data. Because the truth is, today's food is not the same as it was 30 or 40 years ago. Soil is depleted, food is processed, nutrients are lower, and your body pays the price. Hormones are dropping, energy is unstable, focus is weaker. Take testosterone, for example. Every generation has lower levels than the one before. Your grandfather had more than your father. Your father had more than you. And if nothing changes, your son will have even less. And testosterone is not just about muscle. It drives motivation, confidence, drive to act, resilience under stress. Low testosterone often means low energy, low ambition, and lower mental edge. And this applies to women too. Hormones regulate mood, energy levels, focus, drive. When hormones are off, everything feels harder. More fatigue, less motivation, less stability. And one of the main reasons is poor quality nutrition over time. Even if you eat healthy, you can still have deficiencies. Magnesium, zinc, omega-3, vitamin D, all critical. And that's where supplements come in. Not as a shortcut, but as support. To fill the gaps modern food leaves behind, because the goal is simple: no deficiencies. And here's the golden rule. Supplements should be based on your blood work, not trends, not influencers, not random guesses. When you test, you understand your body. You see what's missing, you fix it precisely. No wasted money, no blind stacking, just smart decisions. And this is where everything connects. Nutrition, training, sleep, recovery, supplementation, all working together, because at the highest level, health is not random. It's built with intention. The truth is, there is no secret, no shortcut, no hack, just discipline, just standards. Elites don't have different bodies. They just treat them differently, like something valuable, something that must be protected, maintained, and upgraded. Most people wait until their body breaks. Then they start looking for answers. Elites don't wait. They take control early. Blood work, recovery, sleep, training, nutrition, because nobody's coming to save you. No doctor, no system, no miracle. At some point, you have to take your life into your own hands. Every habit is either building you or destroying you. There is no neutral. Your energy, your focus, your future. It all depends on how you treat your body today. Because in the end, you don't rise to your goals. You fall to your standards. So the real question is, are you upgrading yourself daily or slowly destroying yourself without noticing? If this video opened your eyes, leave a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you for watching. Your time is valuable, and I truly appreciate it.